We can't forget about Thomas Jefferson, the main author of the Declaration of Independence. He's later going to become the third president of the United States. Things we want you to consider are what types of qualities you would look for in a candidate for writing such an important document. We've discussed in class the importance of the Declaration of Independence, so clearly we had a lot of faith in this man. What are some of those qualities that you, if you were responsible for looking for someone to create the Declaration of Independence, what would you look for? We'll go ahead and pause the video and you can write that into your notes. The next person who's going to make waves in the Revolutionary War is Benjamin Franklin. Now, Benjamin Franklin is known for a lot of things. If you Google him, you will see a million cajillion things that Benjamin Franklin is famous for. So one of the things you will have to remember when considering the Revolutionary War and Benjamin Franklin is that he was one of the main representatives or delegates at the Treaty of Paris. Now, the Treaty of Paris is what's going to be the treaty that ends the Revolutionary War. Now, why is this important? It's because he is going to use his connections to convince the French to ally or be in an alliance with the Americans. And that alliance is what helps us to win this war. So later on in the notes, you are going to realize what battle convinces the French to align with us. And it would never have happened if Benjamin Franklin had not been over there trying to convince them to come be our friends, to come help us out, and to arrive to help us. The next face of the Revolutionary War is Marquis de Lafayette. Now, he was also from French, so you can try to remember him because he has a very French-sounding name. Now, he's important because he supported the American cause, but was also a very close friend and confidant to George Washington. In fact, people say that George Washington and Marquis de Lafayette would exchange letters across the ocean giving each other advice. Marquis de Lafayette makes a lot of his fame coming from the fact that he turns a ragtag Continental Army into a lean, mean fighting machine. So essentially what this quotation means is that he comes in and he takes the men who are poorly trained, who are not disciplined, and he turns them into a force to be reckoned with, an army that we can be proud of, that the Patriots can be proud of. The next phase of the Revolutionary War is General Nathanael Greene. He is very famous here in North Carolina. He leads the Patriots at the Battle of Guilford Courthouse in present-day Greensboro, North Carolina, actually. So there have been a lot of restaurants and also street names in the area that are named after Nathanael Greene. Next is Lord Charles Cornwallis. Now, he is essential to this war because he was responsible for all the British war effort in the South. So he basically looked over all the war efforts with the British in the South with whatever battle they were fighting, and he reported directly to the king. Now, he suffered a devastating defeat at Yorktown, and so that's what he's actually famous for, is that he was the one that ended up having to surrender at Yorktown, which brings an end to the war. Next is Francis Marion. Now, Francis Marion is probably one of the more interesting characters throughout the phases of the Revolutionary War, and he is known, his nickname is called Swamp Fox. And the reason why his nickname is Swamp Fox is because he is known for using guerrilla warfare tactics. He used them throughout North and South Carolina to slow the British effort down. When we go to watch the movie The Patriot in a week or so, you will notice that the main character, Benjamin Martin, will have a lot of similarities to the real Francis Martin because Benjamin Martin's character is based off of Francis Marion. Now, guerrilla warfare is a really simple technique, but I'm going to give you guys a moment here to pause the video, and I would like for you to Google, or you could write into your notes using prior knowledge, what guerrilla warfare means and what it is. Guerrilla warfare was not used very often in wars during this time period. They would prefer gentleman's warfare, Napoleonic fighting in lines. But in this war, we see the Patriots, and especially Francis Marion, using guerrilla warfare tactics. So again, I want you to pause the video, and I want you guys to look up guerrilla warfare, or you can use prior knowledge to fill into your notes at this time.